Welcome to our journey of spiritual awakening. Today, we'll explore the 5 stages of spiritual awakening and help you discover where you are on this path. For years, I've talked about living your best life, being your best self, and that journey begins with understanding where you are spiritually. This isn't about religion, but about connecting with something bigger than ourselves, tapping into that inner wisdom we all possess. It's about recognizing the patterns in our lives, the cycles we go through, and understanding that there's a purpose to it all. Remember, this is a personal journey, and each stage brings us closer to our true selves. So let's begin, shall we? This first stage, this is where so many of us find ourselves, sometimes without even realizing it. The ego. It's that voice in our heads, the one that tells us we're not good enough, not worthy enough. It's the voice of fear, of doubt, of insecurity. The ego wants to keep us small, keep us safe, even if that means keeping us from experiencing the fullness of life. It's in the driver's seat, and we're just along for the ride. Think about it. How many times have you reacted to a situation with anger, with jealousy, with fear? That's the ego taking over. It sees the world as happening to us instead of us being active participants in our own lives. We blame others, we make excuses, we stay stuck in the same old patterns. Why? Because the ego thrives on familiarity, even if that familiarity brings us pain. But here's the thing about the ego. It's not who we truly are. It's a construct, a mask we wear to protect ourselves. And the beautiful truth is, we have the power to take that mask off. It's not easy, mind you. It takes courage to confront those limiting beliefs, those negative self-talk tapes that have been playing in our heads for years. But it's in the confronting, in the questioning, that we begin to break free. We start to see that we are not our thoughts, we are not our emotions. We are so much more than that. So how do we start to loosen the grip of the ego? By becoming aware of it. By noticing when that negative voice pops up and choosing not to believe it. By practicing self-compassion. By treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer a loved one. It's a journey, this journey of awakening. And it starts with recognizing where we are right here, right now. This stage, my dear friends, this is where the real transformation begins. Ego death. It sounds dramatic, I know, but it's not about physically dying. It's about letting go of that old, limited sense of self. It's about shedding the layers of who we thought we were supposed to be and stepping into the truth of who we really are. You see, the ego loves to define us. It tells us we are our race, our gender, our job title, our relationship status. It clings to labels and categories because that's how it makes sense of the world. But in ego death, we begin to see through those illusions. We realize that those labels don't define us, they limit us. We are so much bigger, so much more expansive than that. This is where we become the observer. We start to witness our thoughts and emotions without judgment, without attachment. We see them for what they are, fleeting, impermanent. And as we detach from the need to control, to define, something incredible happens. Our true self, the self that has always been there, beneath the layers of conditioning and societal expectations, begins to emerge. This is a time of great vulnerability, but also great liberation. We are free from the tyranny of the ego, free to explore who we are without limitations. It's like taking a deep breath of fresh air after years of being trapped in a stuffy room. There's a sense of lightness, of expansion, of coming home to ourselves. And in this space of freedom, we can finally start to create a life that is aligned with our true purpose, our soul's calling. Chapter 3. Now, this stage, this is where things get really interesting. Because once we've begun to dismantle the ego, once we've started to shed those old limiting beliefs, something remarkable happens. The truth starts to reveal itself. It's like the clouds part, and we get glimpses of a reality that was always there, but we were just too blinded by our own thoughts to see it. We start to notice synchronicities, those meaningful coincidences that seem to guide us along our path. We may feel a stronger connection to nature, to animals, to something greater than ourselves. We may even start to question everything we thought we knew about the world, about ourselves, and that's okay. In fact, it's necessary. Because the truth, my dear friends, the truth is rarely comfortable. It challenges us, it pushes us outside of our comfort zones. but it also sets us free. We may find ourselves drawn to spiritual teachings, to ancient wisdom traditions, to practices that help us connect with our intuition. We may feel a deep yearning to understand the nature of reality, the meaning of life, the existence of something beyond the physical realm. And this is all part of the process. It's about opening our minds, our hearts, to a wider perspective, to a deeper understanding of who we are and why we're here. It's about trusting that we are being guided, supported, even when we don't have all the answers. So, if you find yourself in this stage, embrace the mystery, ask questions, seek out guidance from trusted sources, and most importantly, trust your own inner wisdom. It's there, waiting to be heard. Chapter 4. This, my dear ones, this is where the magic truly happens. Spiritual awakening. It's not a single event, but a process of continuous unfolding, of deeper and deeper realizations about ourselves and the nature of reality. It's like a light bulb going off inside, illuminating the truth of who we are. And that truth, my friends, is that we are not separate from the divine, from the source of all creation. We are, each and every one of us, expressions of that divine energy, that universal love. And when we awaken to this truth, everything changes. We see the world through the lens of compassion, of understanding, of interconnectedness. We realize that we are all in this together, that our experiences, our joys, our sorrows, connect us all. We start to attract people and opportunities into our lives that are aligned with our true purpose, our soul's calling. Relationships that no longer serve us may fall away. Careers that no longer fulfill us may lose their appeal. And while this can be a time of great upheaval, it's also a time of great liberation, because we are finally free to create a life that is in alignment with our true selves, with our highest good. We are no longer afraid to shine our light, to share our gifts with the world. We know that we are worthy, we are loved, we are enough. This is the power of spiritual awakening. It's not about escaping from the world, but about embracing it fully, with open hearts and open minds. It's about recognizing the divinity within ourselves and in everyone we meet. It's about living a life of purpose, of meaning, of love. Chapter 5. This final stage, my friends, this is where it all comes together, alignment. It's about living in harmony with our true selves, with our values, with our purpose. It's about aligning our thoughts, our words, and our actions with the truth of who we are. At this stage, we are no longer seeking validation from outside ourselves. We know who we are, and we are comfortable in our own skin. We have a deep sense of inner peace, even in the midst of life's challenges. We understand that challenges are opportunities for growth, for learning, for becoming even more of who we are meant to be. Our energy shifts. We radiate love, compassion, and joy. We attract people and experiences into our lives that are a reflection of our own inner state. We become a beacon of light for others, inspiring them to embark on their own journeys of self-discovery. We understand that our actions, no matter how small, have a ripple effect on the world around us. We become conscious creators, manifesting our desires with ease and grace. We live in a state of gratitude, appreciating the beauty in every moment. This, my dear ones, is the true meaning of spiritual awakening. It's not about reaching some distant destination, but about embracing the journey, every step of the way. It's about living a life of purpose, of meaning, of love. And it's available to each and every one of us, right here, right now. Outro. Thank you for joining us on this journey of spiritual awakening. Remember, each stage is a step closer to your true self. Embrace the process and let your inner light shine. There's no need to judge where you are on your path. We all awaken in our own time, in our own way. The important thing is to keep seeking, keep growing, keep opening your heart to the beauty and wonder of this incredible journey we call life. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with others who are on their spiritual journey. And until next time, remember, you are loved, you are worthy, you are enough.